I know I don't post as much on my YouTube channel. You know, it's been some years, maybe 2 years, 3 years, who knows. But I was just coming to let you guys know that in July this year, I was involved in a self defense shooting. Craziest shit that I ever been through. But pretty much, I just came here to let you guys know, like, my take on self defense shooting. Like, I can give you guys the background because I'm justified. Didn't hit him anyway under that much stress. Yeah, kind of crazy. So this is where I feel like I fucked up at. Like, let's just give you where I fucked up at first. Where I fucked up at. This is this is my fault. 110%. Not getting as much shooting time at the range before the shooting. Like I took in the pistol to the gun range, but I literally shot like 20 shots, and then I had a box of 100, and I let my friends shoot. The rest of it. That was fuck up number one. Fuck up number two was not having like good aim under pressure because I should have hit them, but I didn't. But under stress, it's kind of hard. I never really when I go to the range, it's always like flat range, like no moving around, no like doing tactics. Like yeah, of course, like drawing from the holster and shooting. Like I could do that just fine. Like drawing from the holster, shoot, present, shoot, and then. But now I make it. You know, every time I go to the range, even if it's like not like an indoor flat range, but like when I'm at the range that I go to by myself, I do kind of move some stuff like back and make shooting positions and like learn how to shoot from side to side. But we're gonna leave that out right now. We're just talking about the self defense shooting. So that's where I fucked up at. Um, and number three, I feel like not being as fast as I was because I hesitated. What you never want to do in a self defense situation is hesitate. If you hesitate, you're dead. I mean, that's facts. Like literally, like when you have the chance, draw your weapon and pull the trigger. Don't wait like I did. Didn't get hit. I didn't die. Me and him both survived. I really didn't want him to go home, but because he knows my face. Hopefully not. Hopefully he doesn't try to retaliate. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care because I'm always like ready. But so pretty much, this is what happens. So as I come to the store to visit my mom, like you know, she has the food stamp card. I was like, I was working outside and I was like, didn't want to spend the money out because I had like extra bills and she doesn't really use them. Like, well, she uses them, but then she'll like use them and be like, well, you can have the rest of them. So I was going to go get the card for the food. Then I was like, you know, going to get my, I went shopping too when I was there because she worked at Family Dollar. Um, so as I get my things, I go look around the store for a few minutes, and then I get, air freshener and toilet paper. I remember exactly what I got. So as I'm walking up to the counter, I'm talking to everybody, all her coworkers, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm her son. Hey, how y'all doing? Blase, blase. We're talking. I'm finna get ready to go. As I'm leaving out, situational awareness. Always pay attention to things around you. And then I see a lady run out the door. I'm like, that's weird because she ran out the door real quick. Like she ran out the door like she was like running from something inside, not outside, but inside. So then there's this guy. Red flag number one. This guy comes in with a hoodie. Middle of summertime. Face covered up, can't see, shades on. Mind's still not processing it. Like I'm still like, okay, all right, mom, have a good day. Next thing you know, I look. I look at her, and then I have a gun in my face. As he's walking, he's like he's like where you can get behind the counter. But he points the gun at me first, and then points it at her, And then I was like, I look, me and my mom was still processing this. Like she looks at me, I'm like, is this real? And then she screamed. And I was like, damn, this is real. Like this is really happening. And so he goes like, I'm standing behind the counter, so I'm on the side where you check out. He's right here. I pull my shirt up to go for my gun. I was like, no, that's not the right time. So he gets like right over here out of the shot. You still can see, but he was like a little bit further out of the shot. I'm just trying to keep it in the camera. So I lift my shirt up and point the pistol, pull the trigger. As I'm pulling the trigger, as I'm getting ready to pull, because I hesitated, but if I didn't hesitate, I would have hit him. But as I'm pulling the trigger, he drops. And I'm like, did I hit him? And then I look over the counter and I still see him crawling. So like me and him are like, like I'm shooting at him, trying to like at least if I couldn't hit him, my thing was like, keep him down long enough to where he can't return fire. So, I'm pretty much like I'm not in cover, I'm in concealment. Like I have like something between me and him, but it's not like if he shoots through it, like it's gonna go through. So he crawls, and I guess he grabs like my mom's leg and starts to like land on top of her, and like shooting like real close to her face. If I wasn't under stress, I could have took that shot at him and definitely hit him, but I didn't. So me and him are like, well, he's shooting back at me. I'm not shooting at him because I'm like, damn, my mom's right there. It's like I know the ladies in the office. Like it was so much. Like it was crazy, dude. It was wild. So he's he's at this point, I'm like, okay, I need to get off the X. Like, it's time for me to get out of here because I can't get a clear shot on him. And if I shoot and I miss, or if I shoot and I hit the lady in the office, it's either my mom's gonna die or the lady in the office is gonna die. I was like, so it's time for me to go. So I run out the building, you know, get to the side of the building, do a mag reload, like attack, because I knew I was real low. Like I did attack reload, and then I ran to the back of the building and then ran up this little hill into the bushes and sat there for a couple minutes until I felt like it was safe to come out. Then I ran out, make sure everybody was okay. But this just goes to show you that, like, training, like, I don't know, like, something just took over me was like, if you don't do this, everything's just gonna go black. And when it goes black, that means you're most likely dead. Like, obviously, like, you're not gonna know. You're just gonna be dead. So, yeah, scary situation. Like, it was kind of an eye opener. The gun that I was using, I don't have the actual gun that they took, but I was using. It's clear. I don't load this one up because this is like my personal. It's a PSA dagger. It's pretty much just a Glock clone. Like, it's not loaded. It was just like this one, except it had the coyote brown and the black slot, the black lower. Yeah, to be honest, I still want that gun back. Yeah, it's only a $300 gun, but technically it's $600 gun because I traded it for a Hellcat that I didn't like. Which everyone's probably like, oh, you traded for a Hellcat? Fuck, it was garbage. Like the snap on it was so crazy, but it just goes to show you that training. I don't know, just training like took over. Like, well, it was the scary shit that I've been in, but I made it out. But I should have been better prepared. Now I've been training, like putting myself, like getting my heart rate up, trying to, find ways to get my heart rate up, get used to shooting under stress. And now, like if it ever happens again, God forbid, I'm prepared this time. Like I know this is what I need to do. This is how I need to do it. This is how I need to react. And I feel like, to be honest, if my mom didn't, I think that's what really fucked me up because it was like my mom was there, so she was a worker there, so she still is, but not for that area. I don't think she's going back to that area. Don't really know. Don't want to really speak on her, what she's got going on. But yeah, I could have been way better prepared if I know how to start shooting the stress. That's why training for stressful situations is always helpful. So, you know, go out there, shoot, get them heart rates up. I'm a big dude, so like get them heart rates up, run, do some cardio before you go shooting. Like I'm telling you, that gun, like literally the gun was like this. Like when it happened, I was just like, that's all the gun was doing. Like I couldn't line up the sights. Like literally, I had the sight. Because I can shoot with both eyes open, so I had the gun like that. But it was like the sights was just not lining up. It was just like the gun felt like 10,000 pounds. Like it felt heavy, but it felt light. Like it was just it was just like stressful. But I made it out, you know, and that's why another reason I always talk about like legal gun ownership for the community I stay in. Not really the best of communities, but I mean, it's just people need to be more prepared and talk about legal gun ownership. So yeah, I mean, tough situation. I just want to shed some light on my little situation and what happened and how it happened and how I went about it. But you know, just you guys stay safe out there, and hopefully you never have to go through what I went through. But if you do, maybe you'll be better prepared than I will. Y'all have a good one. Demo Kid out.